Okay, so here is how I would rank for Laundromat near me in Omaha, Nebraska. Laundromat near me. So what we're gonna do here is this is a report I ran, and this is gonna tell us like a little phase one of all the things we would have to edit. This is based off of the currently top ranking websites in for this keyword in this area. Um, and we're just going to select this one. So let's see here. Laundromat, that's good. In Omaha, so you want to have you want to have the keyword you want to rank for, and you want to have it you want to have it quite frequently, like quite often on the page, so that people understand, and Google understands like, hey, this is a laundromat in Omaha. Laundry pickup, that's nice. So you're getting those variation of keywords that are common with laundromats and laundromat pickups, etc. So you have wash and dry. Just how you want to consider this is that you want common words that are with the topic or the keyword you're trying to rank for. Parkway, coin laundry, nice. So something else is we can do Control F. We can see how many times are they mentioning laundromat. We can go to view page source. Laundromat is mentioned 7 times near me. So we can see that they're not targeting the keyword laundromat near me at all. So ideally, you would want to get this on this page. Uh, because what happens is that if you don't have it on the page, it's kind of hard to rank for it. Now let's see, Parkway, Coin Laundry. Yeah, so as we can see, your Google My Business profile is ranking, but your website's not ranking for this keyword at all. So I would get that on this page at least once or twice. A common misconception is that everything has to be optimized in like the visible content. Um, what you can do is you can actually do what's called like supplemental content or other forms of like not necessarily hidden, but just kind of out of sight, out of mind content for the human reader, but you're optimizing for the not the AI, but the Google bots, the robots. You're wanting more like frequency of certain terms on the page so that the robots understand, oh, okay, this this page mentions this word and these combinations around and also in combination of these other words around it so frequently, this is what this page is actually about, and have like a better understanding of what query would this page be best for to solve for somebody, if that makes sense. So let's go over to the report. So let's see, has Meta Twitter title, so something else to consider. So you go right click, view page source. Let's look at your meta properties. Make sure you got all of these set up. Meta property. So if you want to ever see your title tag, a good little extension is called Ahrefs. So we can see your title tag, laundromat. This is nice, good. Tired of spending time with dealing with laundry. Schedule pickup today. This is good. There's a misconception that it has to be 160 characters. You can actually double this and have two meta descriptions because what can end up happening is that Google often will ignore your meta description and will try to take a combination of the content on the page and display that in the search results. So something you can try to do is have a second meta description for Google to try and use that instead. Ideally, we want to have control of what the user is seeing when being displayed. What I'm currently highlighting is what would be considered the meta description. Before, Google would just take the meta description, but now Google tries to solve the query a little bit better. And when I say query, it's just what people are searching for. So if someone searches for laundromat near me, what it's going to do is it may not consider, what it's going to do is may not consider that your meta description properly answers or serves this user's query. And so it will start just gathering information off of the page. Another thing to consider is that whenever you are wanting to understand what needs to be on your page, Google will tell you. So as we can see here in this is that Google is bolding this. This is not the same font size as everything else. So what this means is that Google thinks that this information is most important or most representative of what you need to know for solving the user's query. And also what that means is that it is also going to tell us what we should be including on our page. So it's telling us we need to include self-serve laundry, drop-off, wash and fold, and commercial laundry services. So these are just combinations of words and or sentences that we need to consider having on our page because it best solves the user's query. Laundromat, and then you can see, so top level keyword, or like the entity you could say, and then the city and state. So this is showing the address bolded, the experience hassle-free wash, dry, and fold laundry services in Omaha. So again, it's just showing us more. It's showing us what Google thinks is important in solving this user's query. Going back to this page, finest service area near you. It's interesting. Laundry pickup. That's good. That's good. That's good. See more pricing. Contact us. So something else we can check is your sitemap. This looks like a, go back real quick. This looks like a WordPress site. It's not. Interesting. So let's go back and what is it doing? Sitemap. Look at your sitemap. Hasn't been updated in almost 2 years. Or at least that's what this is saying. So it's good you have a sitemap. You have a coming soon page, which is interesting. What is this? So I would just get rid of this page. This is very light content, and Google's been like, what is the purpose of this? There really is no purpose. I would just delete that page. Well, actually, I wouldn't delete it. Sorry. I would add more content on this page. Um, I wouldn't delete it because then you'd start getting 404 errors. So I'll correct myself on that. But honestly, if this hasn't been touched in 2 years, I honestly actually now with more information, I would just leave this. We only have one blog post. Interesting. Let's also look at your canonical tags. HTTPS, www, which is good. Something to consider is that whenever you give Google a URL, Google will remember that URL and it has to be exactly the same. And so what I mean by that is that if you have a www and then in your sitemap you don't have the www, so what ends up happening is that Google will see that and think that there's two URLs and that there's two very identical pages. And for us, we understand that no, they're the same page, but for Google, it goes based off the URL. So if there's two URLs, then there's two different pages. If there's two different pages and they're exactly the same, that's not very good because Google's be like, okay, what's going on here? And then something else to consider is that so for that you get two. Now, if you have a HTTP version of your site that Google's able to get access to, then all of a sudden now we have four different versions of the URL, four different URL versions of the exact same page, and Google's going to see four different URLs, but it's going to see four exact same pages and be like, why is this all duplicate content? Like, what is going on? And that can really negatively affect your SEO rankings. Something else. Let's look at your alt tag on your page. Alt, alt tag. Logo, large image. So something you can do is you can keyword stuff these. It doesn't have to just be these short little descriptions. You can get like a paragraph or two in there describing the image and also like keyword stuffing it. You can do it there as well. Let's see. I'm looking for your image alt tags. Rows of washing machines, men. So I mean, that literally just looks like the name of the image. So it's good you have washing machines in the image name because that's another instance of getting words or keywords on the page. but in your alt text, we can definitely beef this up and include like laundromat near me, uh, row of 20-pound washing machines for our wash and fold service. Minimum load is 20 pounds of laundry to be washed and then ride at our laundromat in Omaha, Nebraska. And you can just keep getting more entities, more words, almost like keyword stuffing it. Yeah, if you would like a audit of your page, just comment or reach out and I'll get you an audit as well.